Hi everyone, Des Adams with the final chapter in the Think and Grow Rich Action Pack by Napoleon Hill. And this is one of the largest sections in the book, and it's called, typical of Napoleon, he thinks of some great titles, and this one is called The Six Ghosts of Fear. And I think the reason why he spends so much time in this section is that it's such a powerful thing. Fear, you know, he says there's three major enemies working against success: indecision, doubt, and fear. And your sixth sense simply won't work if any of these remain in your mind. And I love one of the opening sentences here. He says, "You think and grow rich because nothing, absolutely nothing, can stand in your way." Isn't that a beautiful phrase? A wonderful way of putting it. So what he says here is indecision is the seedling of fear. Remember this as you read. Indecision crystallizes into doubt, and the two blend and become fear. They germinate and grow without their presence being observed. And indecision starts the prospect of fear. Fears are nothing more than a state of mind. And this is probably, in many ways, he says here, is probably one of the most significant facts known to man, that the power of the mind is so incredibly useful to be able to apply to virtually anything. And he says there's six major fears that people suffer from. Number one is poverty. Number two, criticism. Number three, ill health, which we all want to have good health, that's for sure. Number four, lost love. Number five, old age. And number six, death, the final one. So, and he puts a lot of emphasis on the fear of poverty because what he really, I'm just trying to cover it here. Every human being has the ability to completely control their mind, but if you want riches, you must refuse to accept any circumstances that leads toward poverty. And he uses the example which he used previously in a previous chapter about the river. You know, the river of riches flowing one way and the river of poverty going in the opposite direction. And the fear of poverty is, and this is something I found very interesting, the fear of poverty is so powerful that it can destroy any chance of achievement in anything you undertake. Isn't that incredible, the fear of poverty? There is also a fear of criticism. This is the other very powerful one he puts a lot of emphasis on. And I'll just read this section towards the end of the book about criticism, because it's, when you think of the effect it has on young children by parents over criticizing them. And he says here, "Do you fear criticism? This one fear can rob a person of their initiative, destroy your power of imagination, and do damage in 100 ways. It is really a crime for any parent to build inferiority into a child's mind through unnecessary criticism. You may be suffering from childhood influences, but you can overcome them." And then he goes through and explains in the workbook section at the back where you can fill in all the details. So it's certainly a book that you just keep coming back to, and that's what I'm going to do, is go back over some of the things and work through the actual worksheet at the end of the book. It's definitely a book worth getting. The other fear he mentions, like the ones I mentioned, the fear of criticism, there is also, this is an interesting one too, there's overwhelming evidence that disease often begins in the form of negative thoughts. Business and love problems head the list for causes of fear of ill health. And the most common cause of fear of old age is once again linked back to the fear of poverty and not being able to afford treatments. And so worry is a form of sustained fear caused by indecision, which feeds into all the other forms of fear. So you can see why he spends so much time on this, because it's such a powerful negative feeling that can influence us. So overall, I've tried to summarise the key points, and the last one here, the master key to success is not allowing fears and indecision to take hold, and instead creating in your own mind a burning desire for a definite, clearly defined form of riches. And I think that sentence really sums up very, very nicely the whole concept of what Think and Grow Rich is all about. The book was written in 1937 and was updated. This one I've got here was updated in 1990 by a person who worked very closely with him, and then again in 2005 it's been revised again to bring it right up to date. So I think it's amazing that a book written so long ago has the incredible principles that can help everyone fulfill a really, really fabulous life and become, as he says, think and grow rich. And I hope you've enjoyed this series as much as I have bringing them to you, because I've certainly learned a lot, and going back over the book since, and of course I've marked all sections with it, and really, really enjoyed it. So I'm looking forward to my next venture, and at Sales Vision we do daily IPAs, what they call income producing activities, every day, and this was part of one where you do a video a day, and it's really, really exciting to do, and to share things with people who are looking for a new way in their life, and also a new way to build wealth and earning and learning at the same time. Okay, see you soon. Bye.